I've got something that's really screwy. But we're here to find out why. Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? I hope you're doing very well. It is not stormy, but it is cloudy as all get out. The light is, there's like nothing for light. I have to use my Ring camera from my LMDE machine so that this doesn't womp in and out. But what I've got to show you for today is I bought something, and it's right here. So why don't we take a moment and open it up? Here it is. See, it's open. All right, so what is in here? Well, about 2 months ago, I ordered something from lttstore.com because I watch Linus. He does tech tips and stuff like that, but you know, he's all about gaming, and me not so much. But I do like the hardware that he talks about. And you know, here we have a black box. What could be in this black box? Well, it's you know, it's got black typing, writing, and graphics on here, stuff like that. And you can see that it's a screwdriver. So I'm gonna open this up now. It's got a nice little thing. There's got the LTT logo on the front of it here. So I'm gonna open that up. There we go. And it's got his signature orange color in there, so that's nice. There we go. And then we have this, and it says LTT, but it's upside down. This insert is upside down. Well, let's see. Well, that's the first thing to be aware of, is that it's upside down. But it's got a nice, you know, it's a nice graphic and everything like that. But on the back, you know, it's got a listing of all the different bits that you can get for this thing, and that's good to have. So if I need any additional bits, because if it says need additional bits, QR code. No. So, but in the box you have the screwdriver, and as you can see, I got the all black. In other words, I got the black shaft and black top. Now this comes in a couple of different styles. You can get the black top here, or you can also get an orange one. You can get the black shaft like I did, and there's also a silver, you know, your typical steel looking thing. And then you have a little box here with bits in it. And one of the things about that is with these bits, just take a look, see if this is something special to be opening up. Not really. I mean, there's nothing like Velcro or anything like that, so it's just a nice little box, and we've got these little teeny bits. Now, typically the bits that we get from screwdrivers today, you know, they're a little bit longer. They're, my guess is probably about 5 millimeters longer. Don't quote me on that, but this just by memory. But I've got all my bits there, so that's good. And then we take a look at the screwdriver. Sorry for the video wonking there, but this here on the shaft, it's nice, durable shaft, and it's got knurling on it for the sake of, you know, screwing little bits. You know, you can do it by hand, you can do it, you know, something to grab onto for different things. And then, now the key point of this screwdriver is that it's ratcheting. So it works like a ratchet, essentially. So if we turn this there, so you can do that. And so like if you have the knurling, you can basically You know, if you just want to quickly do something without needing any rotating force on it, you can just put it on up there and you can just go like that. It's nice. So, and then of course to reverse the direction, you just twist it and it's got a couple of clicks, and now it can go the other way. So that's nice. And then your bits, yeah, you've got this, you can keep them in, but who would want to do that? You know, it's much more convenient. They store here, so this pulls up and you get your placings to actually place them. So essentially is you have one and you just pop it into a spot like that. Well, not exactly like that. There we go. And then you can put these all around this here, and then you can, and then for the lower section, and that's another point on why these are so short, is so you can store more on the underside like that. So, and then these fit, nice and strong inside of the shaft tip here like that. And there's a very powerful magnet that's inside this thing. I mean, you have to pull with some force, and out it comes. It comes out pretty well, and then when you're all done, you just pop that back down, and you can go back to screwing things. So the of course you can have different graphics options and stuff like that, like I mentioned before. But this I wanted the all black, and because I'm boring, and when these came out, they were you could get the regular steel appearing, the silver shaft a lot quicker. I chose the black shaft because I wanted to be a little different, and it fits me a little better to have something completely neutral. Not utilitarian, quite neutral, but pretty close. So this is that, and I'm going to be using it on my first project of taking a relative's laptop, which is an ROG Strix, got ROG Strix hardware in it, and it's branded ROG Strix all over it. But the monitor, or the screen I should say, was not the greatest one out there because it's got all these lines going across it. And the only solution is to replace the screen. Well, I have the replacement screen, and I need to pop off the bezel, break it, open it up, take it all apart, spread the bezel to get the screen out. And then get the screen out, and I'll put my replacement in there, and then do it myself. And I am an advocate for right to repair. It's like I'm not the type that where I can't do it. I absolutely can do it, and I prefer to do it myself. I like doing my own work because it's a lot more rewarding when putting something together or repairing something and it still works. That's the big thing right there. Excuse me a moment while I grab these bits that I dropped, but I'm going to be putting these in here. And this is a very nice screwdriver. They did a very good job on everything like that. Now I know that on these black shaft ones, that the first batch or two had an issue, or they're going to have an issue where the black, I'm going to say it's paint, it doesn't look anodized at all. It looks like it's a paint of sorts. But the first batch or two of these ones will wear out over time. The paint's going to wear over time. And the later ones are much better. So I am of the group from the later side, so I don't expect this to wear at all. So this will work out pretty well. So I'm pretty happy about it. So I'm pretty excited to get going on my first project. So, and these initial bits, we've got a couple of Phillips heads, and there's a couple of hexes, and I think there's even a square. No, that's a hex. Yeah, so there's a couple of flat heads, and there's a few different sizes of your typical Phillips heads and hexes. So for my purposes and needs, I don't need any other bits. I don't need Torx or anything like that, because I've got another screwdriver that actually has all of that, and I'm happy with that. And it's magnetic, and this has a very strong magnet on it as well, and it can actually hold that pretty well. And like I said before, it's got the knurling, so I can like that if I wish, and it's got a nice ratcheting. So there we go. So the cost of this, it was I'm not gonna say considerable, but it was considerable. I like to support YouTubers whenever I can. I support Switch to Linux on a monthly basis, and you can see me on the supporter streams, typically on Thursday nights every week, unless there's something special going on and we have to do it on a Wednesday, or if we need to just take the week off for one reason or another, which is fine. But if I can help, if I can help support other channels on things that interest me, then I'm all for it when I can. Fortunately, I was able to for this here, because I'm a tinkerer. I like to tinker with that stuff, typically with hardware, and this was $70 US. Now, is it actually worth $70 US? Well, it might be. That would be over time. It would pay for itself, but just as the initial look and stuff like this, no, this is probably worth about $40 US. I'll be nice and say 45, but so I'll get that open there, and I'll put these in, and I can't wait to do my first project with it, which will be replacing that screen, and that will be happening pretty soon. I've had the unit for a couple of months now, I think, at least one, maybe two, but I'll be able to get that screen replaced, and use this for any screws that might be needed, and there we go. So we are going to call it there, and I just wanted to take a moment to say, hey, this is what I got, and I'm not using the fancy graphic or anything today, partly because couldn't see me all that well anyways. I'm kind of overexposed anyways looking at the screen, and that's what we got to work with. The weather's nasty today, so this is what you get. So that's pretty much it right now. I have more videos coming in the somewhat near future, but we'll see how that goes. I just received, I received word that something's going to be coming to me earlier than initially projected, and I would have been fine, but I'll go over those details with that after I actually receive it. So, but I've got my screwdriver, and it's been a couple of months, and I finally got it, and so I'm somewhat excited to try it out, and see if this thing is actually performs $70 worth, because right now, playing with it, looking it over and stuff like that, yeah, $45. That's what I think. But I also understand he's Canadian, He's over in Vancouver, you know, which is far from here. I mean, I'm on the East Coast. They're over on the West Coast. And when I point that way, that's the direction, because I'm more or less looking south in this direction. So there we go. So I've talked too long, so that's gonna be it. So thanks for checking this out, and we'll talk to you later. So Skál.